Today will be a review on Beowulf. Actually, two Beowulf books, two versions of the Beowulf story that I've read, and I'll be reviewing them right now here on Willy Land. I feel like something's up. So I read two versions of Beowulf. One called Beowulf: A New Telling by Robert Nye, and I also read Beowulf by Burton Raffel. The first one I'll be talking about will be Beowulf: A New Telling by Robert Nye. And I'll be honest, this version was like my favorite of them all. The favorite of the two I read. And I don't know why, I just think this version is better. So the story is about a king from a country, I forget what country it is. He goes and just builds this beautiful golden house or resort thing. Just for beauty. He made it out of gold, and it looks just so beautiful. And there's this evil monster called Grendel, who is being said to be Cain's son. If you don't know who Cain is the guy from the Bible story where he killed his brother Abel. And they say that Grendel is Cain's son. And Cain's son is just ugly. And a monster. And he hates everything that has to do with the light. And he's also pretty mindless. So he goes and just destroys the resort thing, and so they try to kill this Grendel, but they fail. And then the word of Grendel goes up all the way to Denmark, I think. Well, in the book, the land of the Danes. I don't know if it's Denmark or whatever. And it reaches the tale also reaches to a man called Beowulf, who's like, I'm going over there to that country, and I'm going to destroy. And I'm gonna just kill this beast. And yeah, that's basically the story. There is more to it. After he goes to kill Grendel, but then I'm gonna spoil the parts of this. And then Grendel's mother, who is Cain's wife, who's even uglier and even a more hideous beast. And she doesn't really have and she's so evil, she doesn't even have a name. She's just referred to as Grendel's mother. And Beowulf also goes to defeat Grendel's mom. And also real cool, look. This right there is Beowulf, and that's and in part of it, he goes to where Grendel's mom lives and goes to attack her. And which is this. And so when I first read the book, I thought that this right here was Grendel, but no, it's actually Grendel's mom. Next, he goes back to his homeland, and there, he's also friend with the king. The king dies, and then his son becomes king. Well, actually, first, they ask Beowulf to be king, but he just says, let his son be king. And then after the king's son dies, the actual king dies, they say, Beowulf, we need a king. And he's like, yes, well, I'll finally be your king. Next, years later, where he's an old man, which is he decides to go and, actually, there's dragon, wait a minute. I'll have to go check what the dragon's called real quick. Okay. Revenge. I'll just go back to the contents. It's been a while since I've read this book. Wait, is this recording? The Fire Drake. It is called Fire Drake. And he just goes to defeat the Fire Drake as an old man. Yeah. Anyone who... Also, real quick, if anybody wants to pick up this book, like specifically this version, go ahead. It is so good. It is just so good. Next, for people who want a darker version, well, yeah, a darker version of the tale, there's also this book, which is the same book, which is just the same story and everything, but darker. And yeah, it's the same thing, but darker. Yeah, there's nothing else to say except these both books are good. These books are basically next to perfect. These two books are, since they're like the same story, these two books are like, I'm just gonna combine these books, and these two books are in my top 3 favorite books of all time. Well, I put them down as the same book, and they're in the number 2 spot. And see now, I want to tell you which one I prefer. Okay, we'll get on the ground and show you. Why are you here, Sammy?
Oh, to help you with this.
Okay, Sammy, I'm gonna give you a very specific mission. I'm gonna let you decide which book I prefer more, which version of Beowulf I prefer more. You are wrong, Sammy, get out of here. Oh, good, you got it. Yes, I prefer this version more than Raffel's version. I prefer Nye's version over Raffel's version. I like how the Raffel's version is darker, which that's one of the reasons why it's kind of better, but this version, in my opinion, is superior. Action.
Like and subscribe to Sammy and Pets. Oh, we make audiobooks, animal content, so do other stuff. We also, are you playing me off? You're playing me off. Come here, little boy. Come on. I'm gonna